Welcome to the Moment of Truth video series, presented by Alec Robinette and Elemental Financial, where we're going to explore people's stories of moments in time when they decided to take action to make a change in their life, to live life a little more fully. What is your moment of truth?
Alec Robinette here. This is a Elemental Financial production called The Moment of Truth. And I set out a couple months ago to begin this series, and we're getting this started. Here we go. But first, I'll give you a little rundown of what my goals are with doing this. Number one is bringing to light my favorite album called The Moment of Truth by Gang Starr. And so that's why I've titled this series what it is. But it's also asking some questions. So it's going to be interview style, finding out people's stories about their moments of truth. And the way I'm explaining that or expressing it in my own, and then allowing someone else to do theirs, but a moment in time, a moment in my life when things changed and my life just went down a different path. There was a moment, things led up to that, but it was like everything clicked and decided to take action into doing something else. It's not always an immediate action, but it is something that, all right, I'm gonna start planning for doing this thing. So for me, the most recent one, kind of why I'm doing this, that's one. So the day after Nipsey Hussle was murdered, the self-titled Moment of Truth track came on randomly for me. Usually I do listen to this album probably once a week, but it's in that beginning verse where it just hit me with what happened in Nipsey and what Guru is speaking to, that one just made me say, all right, I've got to do this. I'm gonna start this series called The Moment of Truth, and I want to hear other people's stories. I want to hear them express what happened in their life, what led up to changes that took place for them to go down this path that they're going on right now, or at that point in life. You know, what prompted them to take action? I like to think of this as, you know, what happens for us to realize I've got to do this to live my life a little more fully. And something like when death happens, whether it's, you know, a celebrity or someone very close to us, we often start reflecting on what's important to us. And so for me, it was that, but it was also the message in the song that impacted me, because it's just, that album just always comes up and has the impact that it does. So along those lines, or along the same time, another thing that I'm gonna express as a moment of truth for me was about a week or two prior to Nipsey's death, I was approached by a young man here in Winston-Salem who I admire as a person and as a friend, but also as an artist and a voice to the community. And he approached me and asked me if I would be interested in managing his music career or his artist career. In which initially I gave him kind of two excuses. One being, I don't have experience in that. Two being, I'm not sure if I have time for it. And then I spent some time thinking about it, and we talked about kind of what it would look like and what the expectations might be. But it was with this moment that helped me realize that this was a chance for me to just be a part of something that is much bigger than myself, and be a role in someone that I see as having this huge impact here in our community. He's a spoken word poet, so that's kind of where my heart is in terms of my own artistry, and I've seen what he's doing on his own shows and experiences that he's providing. And then over the last year or so, he's really exploded in terms of the amount of influence that he's capable of providing to the youth. So he's in various schools and doing a youth spoken word and experience that's happens at the last, or I think it's the last Saturday of every month. And so it was, yeah, those were things that were weighing on, my mind in terms of the same time. And it was just this certain thing that made me say, yeah, it's time. I'm gonna do this. I need to just be confident in the fact that I was asked to be a part of it, and confident that it is something that I can deliver, and am more than thrilled to be, a part of a movement that's happening here. So yeah, that is one of my most recent moment of truths. You may hear another one from me in the near time, and then I'm going to start just bringing on guests and asking them this question: is what is the moment of truth? What is a time in your life where things kind of surmounted and you made a change, and life was different after that? So no matter what we face, we all must face the moment of truth. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being part of this. I can't wait to get other people's stories out there. It's gonna be fun, and yeah, let's do this.
No matter what we face, we all must face a moment of truth.